Hey everyone, this is Heretic bringing you another episode of Action Figure This Out, and today we will be taking a look at the McFarlane Gold Label Hush Superman. Now, I found this guy at my local GameStop here in Canada, and for some reason, all the Walmart and Amazon Gold Label exclusives have been showing up at GameStop. So I'll just keep going there for my figures. As well, I'll be hitting up my local comic book store, Heroes. Now, before we get started, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. On the front, we can see the Superman figure along with all his accessories. It comes with an extra pair of hands and a Poison Ivy effect piece that you can put on his chest. It simply says Gold Label, Superman, DC Multiverse on the front. On the side, you're going to see where this figure comes from. It says Superman from Hush. On the back, you're going to see an image from the comic of Superman with the Poison Ivy effect piece around his neck. On the side, you're going to see it says Superman, and for anyone who needs it, here's the barcode at the bottom of the box. Now, if you look, you can see the fine print. It says Superman Hush, Angry Laser Eyes variant. So, that makes me think they're going to come out with another version of this guy without the laser eyes. So, let's action figure this out and take a closer look at this guy. Sent to Earth from the dying planet Krypton as a baby, Kal-El was found by farmers Martha and Jonathan Kent and raised as their son, Clark. As Clark grew up, the radiation from Earth's yellow sun gave him extraordinary powers, which he kept hidden. Now fully grown, he uses his powers to protect his adopted world as Superman. So this is Superman from the Hush storyline, where he gets mind-controlled by Poison Ivy to fight Batman, where Batman must take on the Man of Steel under Poison Ivy's control, and the only way to break him free from her mind-controlling pheromones is to drop Lois Lane off the Daily Planet. Now, before we get started, let's just take a quick look at the accessories it comes with. He comes with an extra pair of hands, and as you can see, these are more relaxed, gripping hands. This looks like he's reaching out towards something, and this looks like he's just relaxed flying. So, let's take a look at the other accessory he comes with. He comes with this Poison Ivy effect piece. This is pretty pliable and malleable, so you can get this wrapped around his neck no problem. As you can see, and it looks like he's being taken over by Poison Ivy. Now, you're going to see that this figure is very similar to a bunch of other Superman. He shares the same body as the DC Rebirth Superman, the Infected Superman, the Bizarro Superman, and the Black Suited Superman. We're going to see how this compares in a bit with the DC Rebirth Superman after we take a look at Articulation and take a closer look at this figure. The only thing new on this guy is the head sculpt, as you can see. I very much like the angry laser eye look this Superman has. As well, I really like the coloring for this guy. It's very reminiscent of his classic colors. The blue and reds just pop. It's not like a shiny red like they have on the Rebirth Superman. So, I also really appreciate how this figure has a yellow S on his back, on the cape. Although this cape does look familiar because it's the same as the Dark Knight Returns Superman. So, let's take a look at the articulation of this guy. Alright, so let's take a look at this guy. So, you're going to notice he has a ball joint in his neck, giving you the ability to look up this far and look down this far quite a bit. He can turn side to side, no problem. As well, he has a little bit of tilt. Not crack your neck amount of tilt, but still, that's enough. In his arms, he has a ball joint with a butterfly joint, or a rounded cap if you'd like to call it. Either way, it gives you extra motion going like this, rotation. He can go up 90 degrees, he can go around fully, back fully. As well, he has a bicep cut, giving you the ability to turn 360. He has a double jointed elbow, which goes around a little over 45 degrees. He's getting hindered by that bicep. As well, he has a ball joint in his wrist, a McFarlane ball joint, giving you the ability to turn 360, and depending on which way you have it, he can go in and out or side to side. He has a diaphragm cut, giving you the ability to look side to side, no problem. He can go forward just a little bit and back a little bit more. He can go side to side, no problem. As well, he has a waist cut, allowing you to go forward this much back this much, side to side, and with that diaphragm joint, you can get him looking down a little further. In his hips, he has the patented McFarlane ratchet joints. Now, since his trunks are more of a hard plastic, you can't really get too much out of it. It won't flex as much, but he can still get an almost split. He can almost do the splits. Okay, he can kick forward this much. He can kick back this much, which is a little more than other figures. And in regards to rotation, he has a tiny bit of rotation. He has double jointed knees, which can kick a little bit or a little more than 45 degrees. A little more than 90 degrees, actually. And he has a McFarlane ball joint in his ankle, giving you the ability to kick up this much, kick back this much, and he has toe articulation. So now that we've taken a look at his articulation, let's see how he compares with other figures. So first we're going to take a look at how Hush Superman stands next to the Red Sun Superman and the DC Rebirth Superman. Now what you're going to notice is that the DC Rebirth Superman and the Hush Superman are literally the same figure, aside from the head, the trunks, and their capes. You're going to see that the DC Rebirth Superman has a more metallic red, whereas suppose this one has a more regular bright red, more reminiscent of his original colors. So, let's take a look at how he compares with other Superman. Alright, next we're going to take a look and see how Hush Superman stands next to the Page Puncher Superman and the Blackest Night Black Lantern Superman. And now we're going to take a look at how Hush Superman stands next to the Crime Syndicate, Owlman, and Superwoman. This looks like it would match. Alright, and now we have Hush Superman standing next to the Greg Capullo designed Batman from Dark Knight's Metal and the DC Rebirth Batman. Alright, next we have Hush Superman standing next to the Black Adam movie wave of figures, Hawkman and Dr. Fate. Alright, here we have Hush Superman standing next to the Tim Drake Robin and the DC Rebirth Deathstroke. Alright, so next we have the Hush Superman standing next to the Detective Comics 1000 Batman and the Shadow of his Spawn, Spawn from Mortal Kombat 11. Alright, here we have the Hush Superman standing next to the Mafex The Dark Knight version 3 Batman and the 1000 Toys Hellboy. Alright, here we have Hush Superman standing next to the DC Rebirth Shazam and the Page Puncher's Black Adam. So next we have Hush Superman standing next to the Marvel Legends Retro Iron Man and the Marvel Legends Retro War Machine. So I think that should be it for today. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Action Figure This Out, where we took a look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Hush Superman. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you really like what you're seeing. As well, join me on my weekly escapades where we took a look at action figures of all different kinds. Again, this is Herrick with Action Figure This Out, signing off.